Snoopy, I could not be more excited. I could not be more energetic. I could not be more hype to quote Zeiss.
Well, I hope you guys are as hyped as BeoMulf here. Here we got at the top left corner of the map. He is the red Terran player. He's playing for the team of Afrika Freaks. Give it up for TY.
You're welcome. And his opponent in the bottom right, in the blue, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, the GSL Season 2 champion, he is Rogue.
We don't currently have any predictions running, as Kozen, who was handling our predictions, is off to get some food. Maybe I can figure it out in between breaks or in between games and see if I can get another prediction running. But just hold strong there in the meantime, as we just going to go ahead and enjoy this lovely TVZ here on Lightshade.
That is, in fact, the goal here now. Rogue, once again, being super paranoid, saying, I don't want to lose to 2 racks again. And honestly, he didn't lose to the 2 racks. I mean, he did, but that's anyone but Innovation. He doesn't lose to that, right? That was such a cool play from Innovation right at the very end of things, as he added that SCV at like 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the game to finalize the bunker after the first bunker did go down. And Rogue just kind of lost sight of the fact that the bunker could be completed, as I think what happened there, where you just kind of, you're like, look, at this point, I've knocked off all the SCVs. The bunkers are not getting canceled, but whatever. He's just using them as a wall. I don't have to worry about that. And then that SCV runs down in there, builds it for 5 seconds. Eventually, Rogue notices and targets it down, but by then it's too late. You got the bunker on up. All of the Zerglings get shredded, and that was that. It was a really cool move. Absolutely. Get to see some pretty cool things. Can TY lose, please? I don't want another mirror. Well, you know what, TY? I don't know if he can lose. He certainly has not lost a map in this tournament thus far, going 2-0, 2-0. So who knows?
Well, TY, he's already made it to the finals, so we'll definitely see him go on to the finals. But yeah, I'm thinking he's he's probably thinking like if Rogue loses, then Innovation will probably make it to the final match. So, but anyhow, I would say that TVT wasn't pretty bad between TY and Innovation. So I wouldn't mind a TVT finals, but I would definitely. I mean, personally, I love TVZ, so I would love to see Rogue move on to the finals.
Yep. Actually, well, Rogue losing this map ensures Innovation is top 2, right?
Okay,
because then Rogue would be 1 and 2. Doesn't really matter what happens to Innovation, even if he does manage to be 1 and 2, which would be really weird. It'd be a 3-0, and then you'd have 2 1-2 players, then a 0-3 player, which is kind of not exactly the expected thing. But anyway, Innovation would have the head-to-head. So Rogue has to win this match for him to make it to the finals. And who knows? Now, my question for you actually is, the armory is going out. TY decided to forego a Reaper. Right, he went straight for the Marine into the reactor. That normally means that it will be some sort of Hellbat push, which is exactly what we see TY coming in doing here, as there is an armory on the way. So really the question here is whether TY will actually be able to get anything done with this, because honestly, it feels like this day and age, you really don't see Hellbat timings killing Zerg players all that much, as well, getting that overload actually right before the push is really powerful.
Yeah, that's going to limit the supply of Rogue, as he is supply blocked, and this attack is commencing. The armory is about to finish. These Hellions are about to turn into Hellbats, and Rogue is going to definitely need all the amount of units and army that he can get to defend against this.
I actually think Rogue is just dead. He has a grand total of no Zerglings on the map, 2 Zerglings on the map right now. The Queens are going to get jumped on top of upon, and this is, of course, Marines, not just Hellbats. So 1 Queen goes down, 2nd Queen's going down. How many Queens do we have on the map right now? We do have 5, but most of them, they're getting trapped right now. Yeah, Rogue, he's just dead. There we go. GGTY takes game 1.
Wow. Before the 5-minute mark. There we have it, guys.
Yeah, TY is just slapping fools in this tournament. He has now not dropped a single map. He got 1 map away, going 6-0 into the finals. And okay, that honestly doesn't feel like that should have happened, right? You do expect Zergs to be able to deal with that pretty much, but TY hit before there were a full 6-7 Queens on the map, and Rogue didn't scout it all. So Not all that great. That it should be reminded. Bear in mind, of course, that was a very fast timing. TY. That hit at just about 4 minutes and 30 seconds, that's a very fast Hellbat timing. So maybe that's something that Rogue just wasn't quite prepared for. We did see the Bailing Nest on the way, prepared for about a 4:45, 5-minute Hellbat timing, but it was too late for the 24:30 timing. And well, Rogue is just dead.
Yeah, unfortunate right there.
I love it. We see Fantasy saying, no Scout TVZ. And then, then please delete my comment, mods. It's a spoiler. Predicting how the game is going to go based off what you see early on is not exactly a spoiler, Fantasy, but Fantasy 2UI fan. But I do appreciate it.
All right. I think I figured out the prediction thing, although I will probably do it for the next series instead. Because, okay, let me see here. Previous prediction name. Wow, that's a lot of information to enter, so I am just gonna go ahead and skip that for the time being. As we
shoot.
Oh, someone gave me the host.
I didn't notice that I was the one that became host.
Yeah, you got to give it back. Okay, there we go.
I feel like this happens a good often because I'm good at hitting the accept button, and then you know, if someone drops and suddenly I'm the host because I'm like I hit accept first. I'm number 1 in the lobby, and then I'm just sitting there waiting patiently for the map just to start. And everyone's like, "Wait, Bale, what are you doing? Like, start the game." Like, what? Oh, it's me. Oh, yeah. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to host StarCraft 3. That's what it is.
All right. Pillars of Gold here. We do have, of course, TY with a very quick 1-0 victory. I'm going to make a guess and say this next game here not going to be as quick. I think it's going to definitely last at least beyond 5 minutes. Although, you know, there might be the caster curse where TY proves me wrong.
It's gonna, yeah, beyond 5 minutes, but no, beyond's not in this game.
Okay.
Anyways, more importantly than that, we got our game 2 loaded on up. It's Pillars of Gold spawning in the top right. In the red, he is, of course, representing the Afrika Freaks up 1-0 in this best of 3. He is TY.
And spawn here at the bottom left. He's the blue Zerg player. Oh, it looks like Kozen's back. He's the blue Zerg player from Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Looking to tie up the series. Can he do it? It is Rogue.
Well, we're going to have to see he has any sort of Rogue builds going on in his. Notice this. I don't think, once again, this is not for any sort of 3-hatch play. But this is just making sure that he does not get 2 raxed out of a series. Once again, oh no, Zeiss, we've been over this. You don't need sleep. StarCraft provides. You don't need food. StarCraft provides. You don't need air. StarCraft provides. Go to sleep if you want, but we've been very clear in this matter. You don't need StarCraft. Passion above all. It provides everything. So, but on a more realistic note, have a nice night, friend. Glad you enjoyed things. Nope. StarCraft passion provides food too.
Yeah. You don't need any of that. You don't even need money or anything. You just need StarCraft.
Anyways, though, of course, hatch gas pool here for Rogue. Bog standard. We're not seeing any sort of weird timing. No sort of proxy hatch. This is not Sue. This is not Bly.
Oh, well.
Oh, that's a really good point, Kozan. Right? If we watch StarCraft too much, does that make us fat?
Fat with happiness.
True.
Right.
I think the argument there is it provides just as much sustenance as we need to survive. So what that really means, if you stop watching StarCraft, you're going to start wasting away. All right, because StarCraft is smart enough to be able to figure out how many calories you burn on a daily basis and provide you minute by minute just enough to keep you at homeostasis. So you stop watching StarCraft, you fade away, you waste away, and no one wants that. So Yeah. Absolutely. Just keep watching StarCraft.
Yeah, there's a reason why a lot of the StarCraft units are pretty thin. So, I mean, these Zerglings are pretty thin. These Charge Lot are pretty thin. Marines are pretty thin. Now, maybe the Queen not so much. Maybe she needs to go on a little bit of a weight loss. Maybe the Thor as well. Thor is a little bit too beefy. Archon's pretty fat. Probably needs some slim fast. But I would say a lot of the units in here in the StarCraft universe are pretty thin, and that's all they need, StarCraft.
Absolutely. And Bolt Action Jackson, I'll do you one better. Do what I do when you're working out, like, and put on StarCraft as you're working out. Listen to GSL VOD or something. And then you got the best of both worlds. And, yeah, if you want to bulk up like an Ultralisk, unfortunately, I don't have a lot for you. I would just say work out to StarCraft, and that will give you the juice you need to really get on up there. Once again, though, this is a really, we're seeing a really fast Hellbat timing coming in once again from TY, because apparently, we're casting a game, Snoopy, I think.
I think so, too.
I think we're supposed to talk about that.
Yeah. Probably a good idea. But, yeah, you know what? He might be going for the same build here. Now, this time around, I hope Rogue is much more prepared. At the very least, he's not going to get a supply block like last game. Although, as I say that, okay, never mind. His overload just finished. But yeah, he should be able to at least make a bit more units compared to the last game around. Oh, all right.
So we have more queens out, of course. Oh, there's the supply block. We have more queens out. We do have more Zerglings out at the start here, and it's going to be a little bit more difficult for TY to go on and trap the queens, as they will be able to get a somewhat decent surround. Now, the Zergling surround is going to do what it can, but of course, while the medevac is here, actually, one Hellbat will go down. Unfortunately, one queen will go down here, but I don't think this is going to be game-ending like it was previously. Hold that thought, though. Queens are starting to die. They're back into a corner. Zerglings are going down. There is no Baneling Nest yet. The Marines are providing the backup firepower that is needed as the Hellbats will be dropped on forward. Queens are dying, and TY, he did it again somehow. It didn't look like that was a thing, but he is absolutely going to take this game. At this point, there are not enough Zerglings here. There are more and more Hellbats filtering on in, and I just don't know how Rogue comes on back from this. Now, he's not going to GG out, of course, because he wants to make it to the finals, and in order to make the finals, you have to win this game. But the Zerglings are going to try to surround this, and that's just not going to work. Liberator here as well. GG, TY. He's going to take game 2 in about 30 seconds longer this time.
Yeah, at the very least, it lasted more than 5 minutes.